Okay, hello everyone, and welcome to my stamp studio. So this is a new adventure for me. I'm actually live streaming on YouTube, and I'm just trying to get the Facebook feed set up as well. So just give me a moment. Super excited that you're here. Can't wait to do our Stamp-A-Palooza. It's our first class. Woohoo, super excited. So let me just get to my YouTube channel here and find out what's going on so I can see it. I want to see if it's actually going live. Oh, it is. I think. There I am. Okay, how awesome. Yay. Okay, so I would just want to expand that up so I can see the whole thing. All right. Now, what else do I need to do? Oh, I need to post this to Facebook. So give me another moment. It's kind of hard to get all three things going at one time because there's not a good way to do it all at the same time. So, and I'm kind of thrown off because in one place I'm like on time and the other place I'm lagging. So it's going to be a little weird. So let's see here. Hopefully I'll be able to see comments. Hi, Becky. Thanks for saying hi. One more thing here. Let's see. Let's share live stream. Let's try advanced sharing. Nope, that's not gonna it. I just tried it the other night and it worked. So I'm gonna figure out what it is. That's not it. No, it's not there. Let's see. I might have to just start recording this in just a moment. So sorry. Oh boy. I thought I had it all set to go. Well, let's see if I can do this. Maybe I can copy the link to the video to Facebook, and that way people can see it on Facebook at the same time. So let's see, let's share. Copy. I'm almost ready. Super excited. Very fun cards tonight. We're going to be featuring the Amazing Year stamp set. And I'm just looking away because I don't know what I did with it. Oh, here it is. It's right here. And oh, it is backwards. Okay, so next time I'll have to remember to mirror my screen. And no, we're not going to do that now. So, hey, Becky, would you do me a great favor? And would you happen to just pop over to Facebook and see if you can actually see me streaming there as well? I'm hoping you can. Let's see. Hoping I can. And maybe I can't. Well, that's just weird. So sorry for the delay. I really want to be able to stream in both places at one time. And I don't know that I can. Okay, we're gonna try one more thing here. Thank you for being patient. I'm feeling really nervous now because I can't get this to work the way I want. Okay, oh, here we go. Copy streaming event. I think I found it. All right, let's move this down out of the way. Okay, let's try posting it here. And then I'm going to post it to the group and we should be all set. Ooh, goody. Oh, there I am. I see it. So excited. Hi, Amy. Welcome. I'm just getting things organized. Now that I know what to do, maybe the next couple of days will be a little smoother. Hopefully, I'm going to share it to the My Stamp Studio group. If you don't know what that is, it's my Facebook group for everyone that likes to participate in classes and card making. It's a really nice, fun community, a very safe community. Everyone's very nice there. And it's just a great place to go hang out. So that is on Facebook. It's under my Stamp Studio page. And then if you go to the page, you'll see groups and you can go to my Stamp Studio group. So yes, everyone's very supportive of there. Okay, I am going to stop talking, stop the camera on me, and I'm going to spotlight down on my desktop so that we can get started on projects. Who's ready to color today? Let me know. and I'll be there in just a moment. And in fact, I'm going to start recording this. So that way I can watch it again and see what I need to fix. Okay, let's spotlight down to my desktop here. And okay, I know what I need to do here. I need to go back to my meeting from my other place. There we go. Now I bet I can spotlight. Got it. So I have 3 devices all on at one time. And why don't I see myself there? Okay, where am I? Why aren't I spotlighting anything? Oops. I see what I mean. I see what's wrong. Okay. The thing that I wanted to spotlight wasn't showing, and I don't see my other person here. So one more technical detail. All right, where are my participants? I don't know why I'm not on my. Well, that's just weird. I have to rejoin the meeting. Hold on for just a moment because I don't know where I went. So let's close that. All right, now join meeting. I had it all set and I shouldn't have been playing around, but I did. I thought I was being all sorts of slick. Okay. All right, and where is my admit? There we go. Now I'll be able to spotlight that much better. One more click and I'll be there. Okay. And here we go. This will be the real trick here. All right, I've got the spotlight. Whoop, whoop. So it's really important to have the spotlight so that I can actually be down at my desktop and I can see all what's going on. And now the other thing I'm going to do is just move over here and hopefully have my YouTube up at the same time. And where's my post here? Oh, here we go. Okay. I'm going to have YouTube up and also I want to have Facebook up so I can see when people are commenting. So it'll just take another moment. And if you're hearing any weird feedback, can you let me know? Because maybe I have to just change things around a little bit. Okay, where's the comments? There we go. And here we go. Let's refresh this one. Okay, so in your kit here, you have this handy dandy little package. Now, you can get either the full week's worth of classes in one kit, and that is the Hello Summer Stamp-A-Palooza complete kit. You're going to get 48 sheets of paper, 15 projects, glossy dot dimensionals, a blender pen, pool party ribbon, and a couple of different little pillow gifts. And oh, I got another thing here later. Okay, sorry. It keeps popping up all these things in my camera where I'm holding this is just in a place where I can't like click on anything. All right, so in your kit though, you will have sections, and this section is your first one. So this is the amazing year. So I have a little card in there. And then you have your 3 envelopes. Everything is sorted in there that you need. And our first card here, I actually have things a little organized today. So it is our Amazing Year birthday card supply list. I will have this posted on my website. So when you go to mystampstudio.com, you will see it. It'll be posted tomorrow morning because it just takes a little while for things to get uploaded. And all right, sounding good. Great. Thank you so much for letting me know. And let's see. Anyone posting over there? Okay, so our first card that we're going to be doing is our Amazing Year birthday card. And so on here, I'm not going to be giving you the measurements as we go. We're just going to be making the card as we go. I want to zoom in just a little bit. See if I can zoom in just a little. There. Okay, that's a little better. Yeah, so you can see what I'm doing now and stamp it. All right. So I'll bring this back in later. Like I said, this will be posted to my website and it'll have a picture of the card that we're going to make. That way you can see everything and there'll be links to all the supplies available on there as well. So we're going to start with this first card. And I had all my handy dandy little cards with me here. What do I do with them? So this is the card I shared yesterday. So is our happy birthday card. So everything that you need to make this card is in your envelope. So you just pull out your supplies in your envelope here. I've done all the die cutting for you. You have a scrap piece here to do your stamping on. I've die cut the little foil tub, and this is from our silver foil. And what I cut this out of was our hippos dies, and I'm just pulling that out. So this adorable stamp set will come with the full Stamp-A-Palooza complete class. You can get this and another stamp set that we'll be using in this class as part of your kit. This is a celebration item. So if you haven't seen our celebration catalog or you don't have a demonstrator and don't have a catalog, let me know that and I'd be happy to send one to you. Go ahead and you can message me either here on YouTube or go to Facebook and message me. I just need to be able to get a hold of you in some way. So if you want, you can email me at bethmstamps@gmail.com or go to mystampstudio.com and you can go to the contact page and email me from there. But the Hippos Dies here is a celebration item that you can get for absolutely free when you spend $50 in my online store. All right. So this is the little die that I used to cut out that little tub. So isn't that cute? Now I've done this work already for you. I've also used the little wave that's in, oops, I'm gonna have to zoom that back out. Darn. I don't know, I'll just move things over. I want to stay zoomed in. Okay, so I use this little wave pattern to kind of make our grassy knoll here. And then I use this little die here to make our little leaves. So let's go ahead and get assembling on this and you can see everything that we've done. I'm also going to be pulling in watercolor pencils and I'll be pulling in a blender pen and our StazOn ink. Now you need to use StazOn ink because this is a solvent-based ink. If you used a water-based ink, when you go to blend with your watercolor pencils, it will smear that ink. So you don't want to use that. You want to use StazOn. You don't want to use Memento in this case. All right. So let's see. Let's get all our little pieces out. So we've got our little leaves here, and hopefully I didn't lose a piece. I may have. All right. Well, the next thing we have is our card base, which is Melon Mambo. And then we have a card layer, which is crushed curry and a piece of basic white. We also have another piece of basic white for the inside of the card, which we'll be stamping as well. And we'll be stamping on our envelope. And the last piece that we have is our vellum circle. And it feels like I have two of them there. I cut a bunch out at one time. And I did lose one of my little things here, but oh well. We'll get past that, right? Okay, so let's start our stamping. I'm going to just move these things out of the way. And oh my goodness, it's pretty warm in my stamp studio today. How is the weather by you? It's not by any means hot here in Wisconsin. It's actually just really muggy today. It rained for like 2 seconds and that was it. Thought maybe we get some relief, but no, just muggy and kind of unbearable actually, but not not. Thank goodness. All right. So the first thing we'll do is we'll go ahead and here are, oh, here it is. Found it. Yay. We're going to, actually, let's do our stamping first, and then we'll do our adhering. Okay, so I'm going to grab this scrapped piece of paper that's included in your envelope there. I'm going to pull on my StazOn ink here. Now notice I have that little cover. When you open this up, there's this little plastic cover. Don't throw it away. Make sure you keep that because that prevents that from evaporating. There is refill available, so if you need to get some refill, don't worry, you can. I'm going to go ahead and now bring on my stamp set, and we're going to pull in this little flower bouquet. So this is a cling mount set. Well, I'll need a little bit bigger block than that one. So let's grab my larger block. And I better move my iced tea out of the way because I'm just about ready to spill it, and that wouldn't be a good thing. Oh, I got two things going on the same. Well, I can't see the comments on Facebook, so we'll just keep going with YouTube. All right, with the YouTube man. All right, I'm going to get out also a piece of scrap paper because I don't want your stamp on my tabletop. So let me just grab a piece of grid paper here. Oh, hey, I was wondering where that went. All right, so I got a little piece of grid paper here for my scrap paper. And we'll just put that right underneath my project. I'm going to go ahead and take my StazOn ink and stamp this up. Now, the other thing is you want to make sure that you have a good way to clean that. StazOn ink is a permanent ink. It will stain. So make sure you have a StazOn cleaner and you have a scrubbing pad or something to clean it with right away after you're done stamping. So let's go ahead. We're going to stamp. I don't need anything else, so I'll just stamp right here. All right. What I like to do when I'm using StazOn, I like to stamp it off a couple of times. And then I come back over to my scrub here. I spray it. Make sure you're not talking when you're spraying because you'll just get that in your mouth. And you know what I should do before I actually clean it? Let's stamp our inside. So on the inside, I am just going to stamp just a little bit of the flowers. So I'm just going to ink from that tag above. I don't really want to get that tag on there. There we go. And I'm just going to stamp this right along the bottom here. Just like that. We're going to go ahead and ink it up again. And this time we're going to do the front flap of our envelope. I mean, the flap of our envelope, not the front flap. All right. And I'm just going to, you know what? I could ink the whole thing. You know what? We're going to ink the whole darn thing. I think I'm going to be able to get that for you right on there. There we go. Isn't that cute? So this is the back of our envelope. Something a little different instead of stamping the front. All right, let's cover this back up. Get that out of the way. Get our stamp all nice and clean here. Now, this cleaner is a little more oily than the regular Stamp Mist, so don't be surprised by that. Need to move some supplies over here so I can put my scrub down without getting everything else in the world dirty. Okay. I am then going to put that to the side. Let's go ahead and do some coloring. And then we're going to end up fussing cutting some things out. Oh, I forgot one thing. I need to stamp the happy birthday across the top. So let's get out this other piece I hadn't stamped on yet. So that's my inside. We're going to grab the happy birthday sentiment. Now, if you wanted to grab a different sentiment, you could. You can grab to a wonderful friend. It's your card. You can do it like you want. I'm just going to ink this up with StazOn again. Make sure I didn't kind of rock that. And then I'm going to just put this towards the top. I'm going to go straight down. I'm not going to rock it. because otherwise it will be crooked and I'll have those little lines on there and I'll be really bummed. All right, so that turned out pretty good. We'll put this one away. I'll leave that flower one out because I'm sure you need it again. And let's go to coloring. So I don't need this, but what I do need is I like to have something solid underneath while I'm coloring. So I'm just taking a piece of chipboard that I have here from one of my, I'm going to say from one of my paper pumpkin kits, but yeah, that's not what I have. I had this giant sheet. So I'm gonna use this giant sheet of chipboard. Okay, and we'll grab out our pencils. Don't need the dies. Oh, I should probably tell you that this die that I used for the circle it's got little stitching around it. It's from the Stylish Shape dies. And all the supplies will be listed for you to check out later. So now I've got all my watercolor pencils, and on the back of your box, it tells you all the different colors that you have here, but also it will tell you on the pencil itself what the name is. So I'm just going to go ahead and just grab some bright ones because I know that I've got Crushed Curry and Mellow Mambo. So we'll grab these, and then I want the green. Now I've used Old Olive on here. Yeah, I grabbed the wrong one here. There we go. In our second watercolor pencils assortments, they do have the Granny Apple Green, which is the color I've used here. But I'm going to go ahead and show you. Yeah, I'm just going to use it because you know what? I designed the card that way. I'm going to do it. So it doesn't matter, whatever colors you have. We'll be doing some blending techniques later with the blender pen, and I'll show you how you can use your ink pads, but you can use your ink pad as your coloring palette as well if you don't have the watercolor pencils. So we're going to go ahead and just color in the leaves. I'm really just drawing some lines in there. I'm not really coloring them in full because I'm going to come back in with that blender pen. All right, make sure I got leaves. Okay. And now I'll bring my blender pen in. I do like to have my little scrap piece of paper next to me when I'm doing this so I can clean this off when I'm done blending. All right. And I'm just pulling in the color from one area to the other. So where I have a lighter section, I'm trying to pull that color in. If you forgot to color one of the leaves, it's okay. You're going to have enough the pencil on your blender pen to kind of fill in that as well. So it is pretty quick to do. I like it. It gives it more of a little watercolor look. It's a little softer look. The heavier that you color, the darker it's going to be. Now, when you're doing this, if you're using just regular basic white, you need to be careful because you don't want to blend too much because you can break down the paper and you don't want to do that. So now over here on the side, I'm just taking my scrap and I'm just wiping my blender pen until it's clearing. All right, I'll go ahead and take some colors in now. And I'm really hoping that everything is running on Facebook. I'm not sure if it is or not. Kind of wish I knew. Guess I'll find out later. And I'm going to go ahead and start coloring in my flower. Now I can color it in completely. But what I'm going to do here is just color a little bit in. I'm going to come back in with this darker color and go right in here. Just like that. And I think I'll pull in my banana. I don't know where that came from. My pumpkin pie. And I'm going to color this one right in the middle. I'm going to do some pumpkin pie right in there. And then I've got my daffodil. And I'm going to color pretty hard on that because I want that one to be nice and bright. And I guess whoever is calling is not getting the hint that I'm not going to answer the phone today. And then this one I'm going to come back in with, and this is Rich Raspberry. And we'll color that in. I want it to be a little light. I can always add a little bit later. Add a little bit afterwards. There we go. All right, so let's grab our blender pen again. And I'm going to start over here. And I'm just going to do my daffodil first. I'm going to blend that through. It smooths out those pencil lines. That's basically what you're doing. And now I'm going to just pull in some of that orange and pull it out into the other areas. Now, if you want to do a lot of blending like that, I would suggest using watercolor paper, or the shimmer white is really a good one. Even the thick basic white works pretty well. So if you're trying to do a lot of blending, don't just use the regular basic white. But that's what you have on this card. It's just basic white. I wanted to give you various media to try this on. Right. And I'm just cleaning it in between. I noticed over here I didn't have enough green. And then I'm going to come in here. And notice I'm not going back and forth a lot. Again, I don't want to break down the fibers on this paper. I just want to get the color a little more dispersed. Just like that. Okay. All right. So now let's grab our envelope. We're going to do the same thing with our envelope. Now this is very thin paper, so I might not even actually color in with the blender pen. We'll see. I think I'm really just going to color in with my pencils and leave it be. I think every time I color this stamp, I find another leaf that I didn't realize I missed before. It's like when you look at some of those pictures, you're like, well, how many of this do you see? Yeah, it's kind of like that. It's like, oh, wait, I found another one. Oh, wait, I found another one. Yeah, that's what happens with this to me. All right. And so you might hit 100 tomorrow. Oh my. I don't even know what the weather is supposed to be like tomorrow. You know, I work in from my home just because we're all working remotely now since COVID. And I'm going to take this just a little bit and blend it just a little bit, just so I can smooth out some of the pencil lines there. So I don't always really plan, you know, like what to wear or whatever, because I don't have to. I can just go, oh, well, you know what? I don't need a sweatshirt on. I should probably go put a t-shirt on. So yeah. Oh, it's too hot to sit outside. I guess I'll go back into my office and sit in the air conditioning. Yeah, that kind of thing. Oh, it's really nice outside. I should really sit on the porch and do my work. That only works when I don't have to have two monitors going. Otherwise, yeah. I have to start my desk. Okay, so this one I'm going to do orange. I've decided that on the outside we're going to do some other colors. And again, I'm really trying to get that really colored in, just so I don't have to do a lot of blending on that. And we'll do this one in pink this time over here. If I wanted to pull another color in, I can just grab my pencils and pull another color in. So all through this class, I'm going to be showing you a lot of different ways to use your pencils and your blender pen. I just thought it was something different than just using our normal stamps. And since I use blends all the time, I thought that was a great change of pace. And it is, you know, World Watercolor Month. So, hey, why not? All right. I almost kind of want to leave this flower white. So I think what I'll do is I'm just going to take some of the yellow and just put it right there and call it a day. How pretty is that? Okay. So now, oh, I forgot the inside of my card. I got another one to color. I probably should have planned a little of this ahead of time. So maybe tomorrow's cards I'll plan ahead of time. Oh, actually, tomorrow will be a video that I'll be posting, and I'll be posting the video on Facebook and YouTube. so it will be ready for you. We have a team meeting tomorrow night, so I don't want to miss our team meeting, and I don't want you to miss out on a class. So I'm going to post the video instead of being live tomorrow night. All right, blender pen. Trying to use my technical skills, which we have obviously seen tonight that I need a little more practice, but that's all right. Okay. So I think, you know what, we're going to make this quick and simple on the inside too. I am just going to put a little pink there. We'll put a little orange on this one. And we'll put a little, well, we'll just do that one white. All right, so bring back in the blender pen, make sure I got all the color off. I don't need green to go into my orange. Okay. So this is how you can get some lighter color in there. Now, let me clean that. This one, I'm just going to go around a little bit and pull out that color. I'll put a little color in here. Since I still had some color on my blend, I'll just add a little bit. Okay, there we go. Okay, let's get our little pieces and get this board out of the way, and we'll start assembling our first card. So we're going to go ahead and grab our Melon Mambo here. We'll go ahead and put this on the inside of our card. Now you can put whatever sentiment you want on there. You can use liquid glue, your seal, whatever adhesive of choice you like. So I'm just going to put that right on the inside. We're going to take our basic white here, and we're going to put it right onto our crushed curry. And then before we attach this layer to our card front, I want to, I used the wrong size. Okay, so there's two different sizes of basic white in your kit. This should have gone on the inside. This one should have been out the other side. So I just need to trim this one down just a little bit. Oops, I wasn't paying attention. I was so excited to be stamping, I forgot to pay attention. So we're just going to cut this down an 1/8 of an inch here. Okay, I can't pick that little scrap up. You know, this stuff only happens when you're live. But hey, no worries, we can trim everything down, right? We got a trimmer, we got skills, we got tools, we can do this. All right, there we go. Okay, the next thing I want to do is I'm going to take my handy dandy little stamped image here. I'm going to grab my little scissors. Now, I do want to keep my tag, so I'm going to make sure that I'm cutting my tag just like this. And I'm trimming off that tag. And we'll go ahead and finish trimming that out. And I'm cutting right along the line. I'm leaving a tad bit of white, but not a whole lot. So I didn't over there. Okay, so now we're going to cut the rest of our flowers out. So I am just going to really just kind of turn my paper like this. It's really not bad to cut out. And I don't mind when I'm doing just a couple cards, or I'm making a special card for someone. I don't mind if I'm fussy cutting. However, if I'm doing like 20 or 30 cards, oh, you bet I'm going to be using dies. Just saying. And if they're really cute dies, like with the hippo dies, I'm going to use them a lot as well, just because I think they're cute. Okay, so my little purple flower wasn't quite as dark as I wanted. Oh well. I do have some tips that I'll be sharing with you this week as well on how to use your white pencil. A lot of people are like, why do they have a white watercolor pencil? I'm going to show you why. You're going to like it. Just saying. There's some really cute ideas. All right. And then in here, I'm just going to cut right here. I'm leaving a little bit of this available to me so that when I go ahead and adhere this together, I have something to adhere it to. So I'm going to now take my vellum circle and I'm going to take my little granny apple green there. I'm going to go ahead and put some adhesive on here because I know this strip is going to just be right on the bottom of my card. But what this will do is it will allow me to see where I want my grass to be. So I'm just going to adhere it here. Now what's nice is when I put this down, I'll be using dimensionals, but I can put a little bit of glue behind there right now because I do know that that's going to be hidden right in the very middle. So I'm just going to lift it up a little bit and just put a little bit of adhesive down just to hold it in place. Okay, so let's bring in our little bouquet, our little tub there. We're going to bring in some dimensionals. And of course, because when you order the whole Stamp-A-Palooza kit, you are going to get your embellishments. Now, if you just order the today's card class, you can get it free with a $25 purchase in my online store. Or if you have most of the products, you just don't know what to buy, you can just pay for the class itself. You're going to get the card kits just like I showed you with the die cuts done for you. You will not get any embellishment though. All right, so I'm just going to slide that in there just like that and hold it for a second just with some liquid glue. I'm going to put one more dimensional right on the back of this just to hold that in place. And I'll pop this right on here, just like that. We'll grab our little pieces of grass there. I'm going to tuck one right behind. No. I'm going to put one right on with just a little bit of glue. Oh, well, that's not where I wanted it, but that's, I guess, where it's going. Shoot. Okay. So we're going to change it up just a little bit because I dropped it. And we'll put this one right here then. Right next to it. Again, that wasn't quite the plan. But hey, it happens. All right. And then we'll take our little tag here. And we'll drop that right on there. I must have a lot of extra glue on my fingers because everything is kind of sticking. I didn't think I had really sticky fingers today, but apparently I do. All right, I'll flip this over and put some dimensionals right in the back. Okay. Yeah, when I first saw the stamp set, I'm like, oh, I've got to have that. There's so many things I can do. And oh, I love the color. There we go. And now let's grab our embellishments here. Where did I put them? Oh, they're right off to my side. So you can see I've made all the classes already. So I still have more than half my embellishments left. So what did I drop? Oh, babe, I just dropped something that I probably need. Oh, yeah. It would be dimensionals that I dropped that I'm going to need. Again, this only happens when you're live, right? Okay, and I'll take my tick pick tool here, and you can use whichever colors you'd like. On here, I used a mixture of the melon and the, I think it's daffodil or curry. So, apparently I do still have enough ink on my, or glue on my fingers to actually pick things up. So I'll put one right here. And it still wanted to stick to my finger. You know, I would have nightmares about that. everything getting stuck to me because it just, since I got the 3 leaves over there, I'll put that one there and we'll put one more. We'll put one more little one right over here. No, we'll put it right, I don't know, right there. Okay, so that is our first card with our envelope. Okay, next card. Next card is which one? Is going to be, let me get my little handy dandy supply list out, because that's the order that I'm doing my cards in. Where did I put it? Okay, so that was Amazing Year birthday card. So now we're on the Amazing Year birthday wishes card. Is that right? Oh no, it's not right. I didn't have them in order. Shoot. Okay. We're actually on the I printed them out in the wrong order. So when I printed it, reverse printed. Okay, we're doing the Wonderful Friend card. That's card number 2. And again, all of your envelopes are labeled. So when you open your kit up, you're going to see numbers right on the bottom. And that's why I'm being particular on which one I'm doing, because it's the number 2. So that would be your page 2. Okay, move these out of the way. And number 2. Okay, so we're using our pencils, so I'm going to just leave them out this time now. A couple different pieces here. And the card that we'll be making. And I just grabbed out someone, sorry, this is someone's kit. I was using the wrong pieces. Okay, this is actually the card that we're making. So in your kit, you got a whole stack of 6x6 designer series paper. So from that designer series paper, pick a background, pick any one. I happen to be using one from the Butterfly Kisses. So this here is from the Celebrate You. This is from Design a Daydream, and the Butterfly Wishes is down towards the back. And you also get the black and white designer series paper. So you're getting 48 sheets of designer series paper. It is all cut to 6x6. So just grab out whatever pieces you want. I happen to have that one already set up here. So I pulled this one out. So I do like the butterflies on the other side too. You can use whatever you choose. I just found it to be a little too busy to have this image on here. It just was a little too much. So I wanted to go for the solid side. So I've got my thick Whisper White. I've got a scrap for my sentiment tag here. And I have a piece of watercolor paper. So I'm going to cut this down so it fits on my card front. Now, don't throw this away. We're going to be using that. This one, it doesn't matter. This one, we're going to actually cut in half. So this is 2 inches. So that's why we're cutting this one in half. And I'm going to actually turn it this way and make sure I'm straight. I don't feel like I'm straight. Hold on. Cut it in half. And then I need to cut this at I have a little piece on the inside and a piece on the outside. Just need to trim them down. And all this is in the PDF instructions. That'll tell you exactly what sizes to cut, how to cut it. So I'll be available for you. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put my card base together here. So let's go ahead and put our adhesive on. Come on. Make sure your paper is going in the right direction. So if it's directional paper, make sure you have it going the right way. All right, here's our card base. I need to put a strip here and a strip on the outside. I think we'll put this one on the outside. Okay, there's that piece of board here. My tabletop has like a little matte layer on it, so I don't always have to worry about having something underneath to stamp on. But it makes for rolling my seal a little difficult. And then on the inside here, we'll put this one. Now, normally I would probably stamp my inside first so that I didn't make a mistake after I have everything added. But with this, if you make a mistake, just die cut or punch another piece of basic white and put it right over your mistake. I don't think I stamped anything on this one on the inside. No, I left it blank. All right, let's take our little tag here. I'm going to bring in my Granny Apple Green, and I'm going to stamp that first, and then I'm going to make a banner edge out of it. So here's my Granny Apple Green. Let's grab the birthday wishes out of here. And we're going to need our present as well. So I'm going to pull that out right now. Off to the side. And I'm going to stamp this kind of slightly off to the right, not all the way though, because you want to be able to tuck that in behind your gift. So now I'm going to take my snips. What did I just do with them? I'm going to go ahead and just cut in. If you want to measure to make it perfect, you can. I'm just going to make a little banner. If I think it's not right, well, then I just go back and cut a little more. All right. If I want it a little narrower, I can make it a little narrower. I just left it a little thicker, a little wider for you, so that if you want to adjust it, or I don't want to like squish a little piece of paper, I want you to be able to play with it. All right, let's go ahead and we'll get this one cleaned. And then I'm going to go ahead and bring in, of course, my StazOn and my colored pencils. Put this away so I know where it is. Let's put this one away. Okay, so here's our little present. Now this is just going to fit on there, just so you know. So I find it easier with this to bring my StazOn pad. So I'm going to just get my little head in here so I can see and go right to the edge there. And I'm going to hold it on for a second or so. And then I'm going to stamp it off. Now, the watercolor paper is really absorbent, so it sucked in a lot of the ink. If you wanted to make sure that you had a really dark color, you know, really dark prominent black on there, then you probably want to use it with your Stamp-A-Palooza. I, however, don't, because we're going to color in some, we're going to be coloring the whole present anyways. So now I'm going to bring this back in and figure out, okay, what colors do I want to color with? And I think I'm going to use, since I stamped in Granny Apple Green there, I'm going to, on my original one I did purple, but I think I'm going to go with Calypso Coral this time. I thought I still had it out. There it is. Oh, that might be too much. Let's do, we'll do Calypso Coral for our ribbon, and we'll just do the Granny Apple Green here for our present. So I'm just going to color this in. I'm going to come back in with my blend. You can use your water painters. That's another option that you can use. In fact, I'll show you how to do that. Since we've already seen how to do the blender pen. Now, this is also another time that you could, instead of using your watercolor pencils, you could use the ink from your stamp pad. In fact, what I'll do is I'll show you that as well. So we're going to color this one all in with our watercolor pencil, and then I'll do the ribbon with our. Now on here, I am coloring quite a bit. Just like that. And get in those little spaces. Okay. I'm just outlining this a little more. Okay. And let me go grab my stamp pad. Now, what I'm showing you right now is not actually the directions I have written down in the tutorial. This is just a little bonus for you. All right, so let's take our watercolor painters, water painters. And again, this is what we worked with the other night. So I'm just going to take a little bit and squeeze some of that water out. And then make sure my fingers aren't so wet. And then I'm just going to gently pull that color around. I'm using the fine tip one just because I've got some, kind of fine edges there. Some small spaces. So what I like about this is because I colored darker in some areas, I'm going to get a little different look, more like a true watercolor look. And I can pull that out. And this I have plenty of time to actually, play around with. This paper is made for watercoloring, so it's not going to break down. I can always go back and add a little more color somewhere if I want. But I think I kind of like how it looks. I need to pull a little more water. I'm just going to go off to the side of my little scrap paper here. I don't want to squeeze it on my project because then you'll get that big dollop of water and you'll be really bummed. Just saying. So I have a little bit of a paper towel or napkin handy. All right. Or if you're in your sweatpants doing stuff and you don't care if you get color on your sweatpants, it happens. Okay. So that is that piece. Now I'm going to go ahead and bring in my clips of coral here. I'm going to grab one of my blocks. You can either do it, squish your stamp pad so you have the color in here, or you can get it on your block. Since I have it right there, I'm just going to use it from right there. So I'm going to go ahead and bring this piece of paper back in because I'm going to be cleaning my blend here. So I'm just going to pull some of that out. I don't want to hold that. And now I'm going to color just like I would with a marker. If I'm going to go back and add a little more color, I can. I think I'd like it just a tad lighter. So maybe in the center of my ribbon, I'll have it darker. And then as I pull the color through, it will go lighter. Totally up to you. Play around with your colors. See how you like it. So like here, it didn't really blend as well. I can pull in a little more color And just add it in there so it blends a little better. I like to turn my project instead of trying to turn my hand because, you know, sometimes I can't get my hand to go in the place I want it. So save your wrists, turn your project. Okay, so I'm trying to look up to see if there's any new comments. Did I say Whisper White again? I'm so silly. So I can't believe Stampin' Up! Had to change the name of their paper, but they actually did, because when COVID shut everything down, the manufacturer that made Whisper White actually closed its doors. So they had to scramble to find somewhere to make us new white cardstock. And actually, I do like it better. It's got more of a blue tone, whereas Whisper White had a little bit of a yellow tone. It's more of a warmer tone. Basic White is a cooler tone. But yeah, it's one of those things, you know, you're in the habit of saying a name. All right, so now I'm going to cut my little present out here, and I'm going to go right along the line. Trying to leave some of that little black edge there, but still trying to get rid of some of my edges that kind of went out of the border. All right. And I think I like this coloring better than my original project. So those of you that have the PDF already, sorry, I'm going to be replacing it with this one, this picture. If you'd like me to send you a new copy of it, I will. All right. Okay, so now we can just dump those scrap pieces out of the way. You know, I was fully expecting my dog to be up here ripping everything apart today, and he's nowhere to be found. I don't know where he is, although my son is home, so he's probably downstairs hanging out with him. Okay, so now we're going to grab our dimensionals again. So we are using dimensionals and bling. Yeah, we're double timing it this week. And so the big dimensionals that I wanted to use are the ones that fell on the floor. Of course they are. Okay. Well, I'll just grab all my little scrap pieces here and just use those. Okay. All right, so one here and one here. And like I said, you do get pool party ribbon. I just didn't happen to use the ribbon on these cards. I didn't really feel I needed to because of all the coloring. I wanted that to be the focal point. All right. So I know that I'm going to do this. So I'm going to just layer my banner over my strip. I'll be putting this right here. So I'm covering the two corners here. So that's how I'm angling with the present to go on there. And I'm going to put some dimensionals on my corners here. And let's see. One right in the middle. I think I can get away with one more right there. Yeah. I'm going to go one more right here too. Now, if I had my larger dimensionals, I wouldn't have had to put so many on, but they were the ones that fell on the floor when I said oops before. That happens. Okay. So that is our second card. Let's grab our envelope here. So this was my original with the purple, and I do like the coloring on this better. I should probably go back over and add some color to that one. It was just too light. I like this one, how this one turned out better. But you can use whatever colors you have handy and what you like. So we'll go ahead and grab our black memento again. And I want my scrap. And you know, I think I'm going to put my little present after I erase that number 2 down here, just like that. And if you want to stamp the back flap, you can. Totally up to you. And how you want to color that in, feel free. Okay. I'm just going to leave it just be that color. Okay, so that is our second card. Okay, one more card, and we're done with tonight's classes. So our third card, I'm gonna save the best for last year. Is this one. I keep grabbing someone's kit and I don't mean to grab their kit. I need to put that away. Okay, so on this one here, you're going to get your pool party cardstock. I will have already embossed it for you. So you'll have this piece, it's already embossed. The next piece here is your basic white that will go on the inside of your card. We're going to do some stamping, so don't adhere it right away. Then you have this piece of basic white that's already cut out. Well, that's because I cut out your stylish shaped circle and banner. So you'll have all those there. You'll have your Calypso Coral banner. So all I did is I die cut this and I gave myself enough room so that when I layered this on top, it would fit just fine. So it's just like that. Okay. We're going to hear it with dimensionals. So what I will do is let's go ahead and we need to stamp on this first. So the first thing I want to stamp is going to be, you can either use Versamark or Pool Party. I'm going to use my Pool Party ink. And we're going to take our flower bouquet again. But this time when you stamp it, I'll give you some little tips on this one. You are going to stamp. Grab that. Stamp it again. You're going to stamp. Make sure you don't go off your edges. I got some shadows on there, so hold on, please. When I have this big block, it's kind of awkward, so I like to flip it over and take my ink pad to that. So I'm going to just stamp it up in the corner like this at an angle. I'm going to try to keep this Enjoy right in the center there. Okay. Because I want my circle to hide that. So I'll come back this way. And again, I want my circle to be hiding that, so I'm just going to stamp it right there. I'll leave this out because I'm going to stamp that again. I'm going to go ahead and take my seal and run my adhesive here along each of the sides. There's not a whole lot here to catch, so I want to make sure that this actually adheres. So now I'm just going to layer this on so I can hide all that little die cut pieces just like that. And I'm going to take this and add my dimensionals. I'm going to add it to our card front. So bring back in our card front. And I have all these goofy little pieces since I dropped my other stuff. That should be enough. Oh my gosh, if I can peel it up. I'll put this guy in the middle too. Give it a little more support. Okay. And I'm just going to put this right in the center. And don't worry, we're not going to see that because our circle is going to cover it up just like that. Kind of clever, huh? All right. We have our little Calypso Coral. Now, this barely fits. So what we need to do is actually cut it in half. So I'm going to take our little snips here. Now, I'm just going to add some adhesive to each of the I cut there. I'm kind of lay it on my tabletop here and decide how far out I want to go. Now remember, I don't want it to go too far past because I don't want it wider than the card. So I can pick up the one side and then I can pick up the other side. Oh, that's about right. There we go. Oh, I should have stamped on this before. Shoot. I got so excited about showing you this little trick that I forgot I had to stamp. So, okay, I'm going to peel these back off. Good thing I didn't press on them hard. Because now I'm going to come back and stamp and color. So, oh, here I thought I was being so clever to tell you a new little trick. Yeah. So, I'm going to actually take some of that off if I have a little. So when I stamp here, I don't want to get that whole tag. So if I can avoid getting the whole tag, that's what I try and do. It'll be kind of hidden, but this way I'm kind of avoiding it. So let's see, let's go ahead and stamp that on there. What I'm going to end up doing is putting my banner right across here. So you might see a little bit of it, but you're not going to notice a whole lot. You could use your masking paper to mask it off. I was just being kind of lazy. All right, let's get coloring. And let's go ahead and we'll do we're going to do some, what do I want to do here? I'll do some pink in the middle here. Light layer of pink. I'm going to add a little bit of yellow. Oh, you know what I did on this one? I actually did do the coloring with my ink. Okay. So we're going to pull back in our colors here. We're pulling in our colors. I'm going to take our blend here and pick some up and add my chili. See how much darker this is versus the watercoloring? So if you don't have these blender pens, oh my gosh, you need them. Because they're great to use with your watercolor pencils. They're great to use with watercolor crayons if you still have some of those. And they work fabulous with your ink pads. So here it's kind of nice because I'm getting different shades of green, whereas when I colored my watercolor pencil, it was kind of all the same shade. But this one I can really actually get some really darker, more intense color. And since I have such a pale background, I do want to get a little bit more, I want to be a little more intense. Okay, so I'm intensely coloring here. Okay, and then to clean off my brush, I'm just going to run just like that. I'm going to add a little bit more color down here. Okay. All right, let's color these in since I have those right there. I'm going to come back in with another color anyways. Or maybe I'll just do that color. I like that color. So on my original sample, I did use my crushed curry and I don't remember what pink, probably my melon mambo here. But on this one, we're just going to leave it like that. So we're going to bring back in our Stay-On and we're going to grab our sentiment that says "To a Wonderful Friend." Grab our block here. Now I like to put my sentiment at an angle, especially when I'm trying to stamp something I've already cut. It's usually easier to stamp and then do your die cutting. But since I had to send this to you in a kit, this is the way we're going to do it. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp right there. Now I've been using my Stay-On quite a bit, so I probably need to ink that up a little bit more. All right. So now I can take this and position that really where I want. I'm just going to use my seal on this because I want it to hide that tag. I could pop it up on dimensionals, but I'm not going to. Sometimes you don't want to use dimensionals. You know, you can't wear yourself out with those. All right. I'm gonna rip this. Now we can put those two pieces that we cut on the back. Now we're ready for them. I'm hearing a weird echo. Hopefully that's not going to be on the video. It's coming from where my speaker is. So cross fingers. If I keep talking, you won't hear it during the video. Okay, come on. Nice. All right, and then I'm hiding those other little tags inside. I'm just kind of centering that right on there. There is our front of our card. Now I just need to stamp the inside and the envelope. So we'll bring back in our little bouquet here. And I just want to really get the flowers. I'm just going to stamp on the corner. So just like we did before. Got a piece of adhesive there. So stamp it right in the corner, just like that. And let's ink it up again and get our envelope, make sure everything's out of our envelope. And we'll put the little flowers in the front this time. Get rid of our number 3. We'll put that right there. My paper. And I need to spray a little more here. Now, when your stamp is really big, and I was talking when I sprayed that, sorry. It's got a really lemony taste, but I'm sure it's not good for you. Sometimes I end up spraying my stamp, like on a big background stamp when I've used the stays on. And I just want to scrub that so it's clean. Okay. All right. Done. Cover up our stamp pad. And let's get coloring a little bit. And since we did this, I'm going to go ahead and, just color with our pencils. The reason I'm staying with pencils right now is because I didn't want to have too many stamp pads that you had to have to do your class. So that's why I'm kind of just staying with that. Apple green. Oh, I probably should sharpen that. So let's go grab our handy dandy little sharpener. Oh, and this may be something that is in your kit when you purchase the kit. Just saying, a little sneak peek. Everything that's in your kit is going to be useful. Okay, I'm just being kind of sloppy here. I'm not really trying to be a perfectionist. I just want to get color on here. On this one, I'm going to use my ink pad. So on this one, why don't I just... So I have little white flowers in front that has these little pink insides that look just like this. I don't know what they're called, but they're great because they grow like crazy and they grow nice and filling in gaps and really pretty. So I am just going to smooth out the little lines and make them jagged because that's exactly actually how the flower looks out there. And this one I'll go ahead and color in full. All right, clean up my blender pen and get to my, again with this, it's okay to be messy too if you just want to color it in because it's watercolor, you know, that's the look that you're going for. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be completely colored. There you go. All right. So that's really pretty. And now let's get this one. I'm going to go ahead and grab some of the green from here and do my leaves right away. Now I like our envelopes because I don't know if you noticed, but there's like a glossy kind of feel on the envelopes. So it does color better. Now it's a thin paper, so you can't color too hard on it, but it just kind of glides nice, I think. It's all about the quality. You can get cheap envelopes, but you know what? If you're going to stamp something on them and take that time, get some quality envelopes. Right. Just saying, it makes your stamping look so much better when you're using quality paper. All right, and I'm just going to leave those white on the outside. So let's go ahead and adhere our inside of our card. And I think we'll do a sentiment probably on the inside here. I probably should have done that before I adhered it in here, but it's too late now. So hopefully I don't make a mistake, but if I do, I didn't do it on this one. Okay, I just colored it in. Okay, so that is your card and your envelope. So let me go ahead and send some of this stuff out of the way. Oh, I need some bling on this one. Let's go ahead and add a couple little. I want to add a little one right there. We're going to move this one in and put it right there. And I'll add another one right here. There we go. If you want to add more, you can add more. Feel free. You have a whole package of this when you order the kit, or you can order your own embellishments and use as many as you like. So let me, like I said, clean this up a little bit, pull in the samples from today so that you can see all 3 cards that you get in this class kit. So again, this class kit is free with the $25 purchase. You just don't get the embellishments with it. Sorry, just thinking you can purchase the whole Stamp-A-Palooza and get all 15 projects. So it's all the projects from all week long. Or you can just order the kit for $20. So the kit, like I said, just comes with everything pre-cut for you. And that's all it is. All right. So here's our 3 cards. Can we see them all in there? So that's the Amazing Year class. I hope you liked it. I hope it was a little bit of fun for you. Just something different. I think these are, you can make them any color that you want. Use whatever designer series paper you have and just have fun with it. So thanks for joining me tonight. I really appreciate the time that you time and patience with me when I first got this started. Hopefully tomorrow, well, Thursday, will go a little smoother. So take care and have a great evening. We'll see you on Thursday, but I will have another video tomorrow night. Is the hippest hippos. Take care.